So today we're gonna go somewhere special, somewhere that I wanted to film for a while, but I was there a while ago, but I'm gonna go again, and I don't get time to really film there. I'm gonna go to St Katharines Dock in London. It's in South London, so it's gonna be a bit dodgy because I ain't got an in-car holder, so I'm gonna have to just wing it. Need to get petroleum first of all, then head over to Katharines Dock. Yeah, and then let's see where we go from there. So stay tuned. So anyway, they're heading on our way to St Katharines, but I want to give you a brief history about St Katharines. It's back in the day, so we're talking the industrial age, probably more than likely what 16th, 17th century probably. We had a Katharines dock working as a functioning dock, taking things like sugar, spices from India, bananas, whatever produce coming from around the world. And this dock only recently, I say recently, but in about the 1970s changed to the functioning or the dock it is today, where there's loads and loads of boats, yachts, basically millionaires row, you know, and houses starting from probably 400,000 upwards, flats, one-bedroom flats, going up to millions, absolutely horrendous prices. Obviously, what traveller Matt can afford, and I'm joking. I'm gonna get. So what's taking me home? I'm gonna get my personal assistant, the beautiful Monica, to give you a bit more info about Katharines Dock. So please go ahead, Monica, and give us a lowdown on Katharines Dock.
Hey Matt, I'm looking forward to collaborating with you more. Anyway, St Katharines Docks, located east of the Tower of London, has a history dating back to the 12th century, with the founding of a hospital by Matilda, wife of King Stephen. The hospital evolved into a place of care for the sick and elderly, eventually leading to the development of the docks in the 19th century. The docks were officially opened in 1828, designed by Thomas Telford, but faced challenges due to their inability to accommodate larger ships and commercial success. They were later amalgamated with the London docks and eventually taken over by the Port of London Authority. The docks were severely damaged during World War II and ceased commercial operations in 1968, with the site redeveloped for residential and commercial use.
I've been stuck behind this learner for like over a mile now, and I know pretty much where I'm going, and I know they're probably going to end up in the same place. There's one in front as well, and then this is Twickenham, by the way, and I know that they're going to end up in Tesco's. They do all their practice, which is fine, but yeah, a bit frustrating. I mean, hey, we've all been there, right? In fact, I learned to drive around these parks. These roads are my learning platform, you know. Tesco's was one of my learning platforms as well for reverse parking. And passing my test first time, by the way, with only 2 minors, and that was because I didn't look over my shoulder while I was in a quiet residential place. And I can't remember what the other one was. I think I was pulling off when I was coming out. I didn't look to my right quickly enough, or no, I was slow to leave the roundabout. Go figure. So I'm gonna go. Hopefully, Tesco's will be open now. It's Sunday, by the way. So hence why it's like everything's like on funeral procession. Oh, they're not. They're turning right. They're turning left. So they're not getting in there. But let's see if it's open. Sometimes they're not. But yeah, it looks like it is. Better fueling up. Okay, see you shortly. So, I finally made it. I'm at Tower Bridge. We were going to St Katharines Dock, so I'm going to St Katharines Dock via Tower Bridge, which I can show you shortly. The minute I get around this corner, because I can see it, but yeah, I've got to make sure I cross the road without getting run over. That's right, I said long minute. So here we are, here's Tower Bridge. So this Tower Bridge. Well, I'll get you. I would bring you back when I'm a bit closer. So here's Tower Bridge. I've just walked down from that direction. That's towards London Bridge. As you can see, it's quite funny because I don't know if you know the story that when someone from America bought London Bridge, they thought they were buying this bridge. They were slightly surprised. Well, that's the story anyway. And you can see over there the telephone. Yeah, the mobile, we call it. And here is the sign when it was opened. When was it open anyway? Oh, the 5th of July 1894, as you can see there. So we're going over the bridge to Katharines Dock, which is over there. Look at the river cruises. You got some of the most expensive homes in London. A lot of ones doing shell spotting and throwing stone and pebbles. Back in the day, this used to be a beach, and Londoners used to go here for the holidays. Believe it or not, come down to London Bridge, the Tower Bridge, and sit on the beach. The tide used to go out, and then in this winter, it used to freeze over and used to ice skate on the bridge. And Mr. Sun's trying to come out as well, which is good to see. So that bit there is where it opens. I know today's not about Tower Bridge, but actually I'm going to do it about Tower Bridge. And in the background you can see the Tower of London. So coming to a part of the bridge which I'm walking underneath it, over it, but underneath it, that makes sense. This is the bit where it will come up, which I hope they decide to raise it, which obviously the alarms will go off. But this bit here, which is above, is a walkway. And my sister got married just there, up here. So if anyone knows, obviously my sister passed away about 2 years ago, so this is a shout out to her in spirit. And yeah, this is really a sentimental thing for me. Look at this sign here, give me this moment. Coat of arms there. There's where the cars are coming. And there's a control tower. This is where we're off to. Don't London look gorgeous there. Now imagine if the Thames was blue. I know you're all going, yeah, okay, travelling, Matt. Of course it will be. Oh, there's Butler's Wharf. I'll see if I can get some information about Butler's Wharf. These are all. Remember, all these wharfs here were actual factories, and the Thames was like the arteries of this country, bringing in wheat. As I said earlier when I was driving over, bringing in wheat. I think it's wheat, spices, sugar, fruits from all over the Commonwealth, and all over basically, and. I just want to see in the distance over there. Can you see it? Over there is Canary Wharf. So let's push on because I'm digressing and hugely digressing. So yeah, let's make haste. That's the flooring making that noise, by the way, as I'm walking on it. And there you can see the Tower of London. But we're not going to the tower, we're chucking it right down these steps. You see these bollards here, these are put in but due to the terrorist threats to the capital. And you can see Tower of London. And the Gherkin. And here we are, Katharines Dock. And here we are, no cycling. So we're going to loop the dock, go this way and loop around, and hopefully, if my navigation is correct, we should arrive back here. We're going to also go to the Dickens Inn, which I've been dying to go to for some time. You know, the Dickens Inn is that white building. No, the white building. Sorry, it's a pub. Which Dickens used to drink in, and you know, Dickens and Shakespeare are my two of my favourite authors, and obviously we have Rowling's as well. So let me stop my jibber jabber and let's check out some of these yachts, because I'm in the mood for purchasing. You don't need to get around it much. It is public toilets. Don't know if you have to pay for them or not, but these yachts. Well, John's getting in there, so no, it looks like you don't have to pay because he's just walked into it. Yonder, over there, is Dickens Inn, which we're going to go and have a quick drink, chill for a bit. Look at those yachts. And just to say, all this, right, what I said, all this would have been a factory, would have been where pretty much scum would have been. I'm not knocking it, but it was. You wouldn't have been, the wealthy wouldn't have been seen here unless you had businesses here. This wasn't a place of luxury, but can you see? Let me show you this. Look, I think this is called a keep. There's a sign over there I want to show you, so let's go and check that sign out. Get the hair in. Don't know what he's waiting for. Maybe there's an after party down there. So there's a keep. Everything's just like there. Anyway, there's this building I want to show you, and I want to show you where we just came from. Okay. You can read that. On occasion visit the HMS Beatrix from the Netherlands used to come here as well. So this is the lockmaster's house. So the lockmaster, if you don't know, I can't really see. See if I can be cheeky and have a pop in. So the lockmaster would do the lock. And this is the info. And there is where we came from. That's where, that dome bit is where, what's it, City Council, I think it is, you know, the ones that do, where the Mayor of London sits, that's where he sits. Yeah, the stupid calm guy. Anyway, can't stand the guy, so anyway, that's just my personal opinion. I know he might be inviting me in anyway. I think this was an anchor, not a W word. And can you see the wharf? Don't Tower Bridge look gorgeous? You know, these buildings behind it just makes it look so, it makes it look good because it gives it that regalness, but the shape behind it is just so crap. It's just like, you know, this has been there for God, probably since what, 16th century? But anyway, I digress. I came to show you the lock. This is the lock, and When the lock keeper comes out from there, he releases it and the water rises, and then the boats can come in and up, which leads into Katharines Wharf. They've just been married. Happy couple. Congratulations. So here we are with the boats and the yachts. These are the boats. That's where we just came from. I'm wearing this jumper and I'm just sweating. But I got a vest under, so maybe when I come up thinking it's safe to have a drink, I would change. And the old red box, telephone box. There's Dinkins, the Dickens Inn. How are you alright?
How's it going?
Oh, so I go grab a drink? You up in here? Cool. So going upstairs. It's Pickens Bar. Girls, stop here. I might go up one more actually. This is the first level. Let's see birdies. Yeah, it sounds like it's open because people hear voices. Oh, established in 1700. Oh, it's closed. It's closed. So we've got a function room here. And pictures of different docks or pools. Going to the end, as you do. So, bit warm. It's getting warmer. I don't know what Celsius it is at the moment, but just got my chai latte drinky poos. 4 notes. They're alright, staff. The other one were really funny. When I asked her, oh, it's upstairs, she said, yeah, it's upstairs, you're alright, it's all open upstairs. So, anyway, I think there's a slight bit of arrogance when staff members are working in places like this because of the history and the status. But, however, I'm mindful that because of how they have to be, because some of the punters they may get, punters for my international friends of travelling Matt is clients or customers that come in. And in the UK, you do get people from other countries, or even in this country, who are a bit more well off and are really rude to members of staff. So if you do come in here, or any other pub, or any place you're being served, give them some respect, you know, because they're here to support you. And the more nice you are to them, the nicer they'll be to you, and the more help you get, right? Proper customer service, not out of obligation. As an ex-public working in that sector, I know how it is. But let me just spin you around. This is what I can. It's pretty good. It's really quiet. It's a Sunday morning, so it's now 11:30. I made a choice to get here for this time. Sunday, hot day yesterday, due to be about 23, 24 Celsius today, and we're in London, it's going to be bedlam. It's going to be mental. So I'm mindful I came early for that reason. So yeah. Now I'm just going to chill and take in the atmosphere. For sure.
Yo, we're vibing on this block scene, talking life dreams and everything in between.
Got the mic in hand, pouring thoughts like rain. Let's take a ride.
Look at this. You see Tower Bridge from here. I can see Tower Bridge from here. Oh, there's downstairs seating as well. Be mindful, this is called Dickens Inn, yeah? So Charles Dickens, Charles Dickens, who wrote one of my favourite stories, Scrooge, you know, and a couple other famous ones, which I don't know. Used to drink here, and most parts of London, to be fair. Just had the bird just land there. So yeah, it's nice to be where he was, but also knowing how colourful this guy was, and how many children he had, and how he at first how he treated his wife. Anyway, I digress again. I'll try to stick on a program because I always move off tangent. For me to say, if you can like, share and subscribe, and if you feel generous for me to be able to get these little drinky poos, if you can donate just a little bit, what you can, in order for me to have a cup of tea or a cheeky drink. This is Pepsi, by the way, or I normally have orange juice. It helps me to come and do these videos. But anyway, I've got to push on and do the rest of Katharines' dock. Thanks a lot. Okay, so let's move on. Navigating these stairs. So there you go. That was the Dickens Inn. And now to finish off this walk, I'm thinking, should we walk? I can either do this walk round that way. Let me have a quick look because there's some shops I want you to walk through and then trip in. This Dickens Inn. Some shops, but I'm not sure if it's over there. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go. Katharines Dock. This is, I don't know what that is. This is a bar. This is a bar. You can eat and drink on it, and it's got a light in the front. So I assume it goes up and down the Thames. I don't know if I can walk around that way. I can't know if I can. I'm gonna have a look anyway. You've got that's that emblem that was over by the lockkeeper's cottage. This would have been where they would have tied the boats to put the rope around. So we're going this way. These are all private houses, cottages. I don't think how much they are. Moulds cottage. As you come around a bend from the west, oh, I'm not going to go. You end up here. You end up here. You've got the Dickens Inn in the back. in essence, I want to show you this barge, which is historical. But I have to start over there and then walk around. I thought I could avoid it, but there's no way of doing it. And as you can tell, I've had to strip off because it's got too hot. The sun's out now, look. Nice. It's only 12 o'clock and the sun's out. People are now coming out. I'm hoping to be done soon. I'm enjoying the walk, to be fair. And it's nice that there's not being a whole load of herds of people coming in, like barging me out the way kind of thing. On reflection on someone asked me something the other day about my blog. Someone said, have I encountered racism while I've been doing this? And I said, yeah, I have actually. But they goes, oh, was it out in the countryside? And I said, no, quite the opposite. Yeah, in the countryside, they seem to be really, really nice and more welcoming. But it's even the most remote places that I've been to have been really nice, you know. And also I've never felt the threat or the worry about the colour, my colour, being out there. When a couple of years ago, about 20, 25 years ago, it would have been the case. I would have been concerned being out in the countryside. But the biggest, most place I faces racism doing my blog is in London, believe it or not. I know it sounds really strange, isn't it? I don't believe it's by British people. I think it's by foreigners. And how they look at you when you walk around and say, what's he doing? And then they look at you funny because they're not used to the people doing this, I don't think. I don't know, but either way they need to get a grip. And because that's where it is. One thing with me, I always speak my mind. So yeah, anyway, I digress again. Let's go and carry on this vlog, shall we? So the place I'm going to go and show you has royal links. But I want to show you this pan first, and then we're going to go over to this particular boat. Can you see the, what's that called? I think it's called the telephone. I don't know. And you see the self-sustaining top of the boats, or the, yeah, you know what I mean, the roofs over there. That's the Royal Barge. We're going to go around and have a look at it now. Let's do this. Oh no, I'm lying, I have to go the other way. I have to go this way round, that's right. I knew I couldn't get through that just that way. We're going to go around this way. So I can show you some of the foodie areas as well. St. Katharines Dock, 1985, set by Peter Drew, OBE. That must be St. Katharine, you know. Well, it makes sense though, doesn't it? And you know, people see you filming, right? But yet they try and walk in front of you where you're filming. Oh, wicked, I like that, look at that. You've got the pride flag. And there you can see the boat, the barge again. Honest Burger, out to a cafe, Lug. And you got Saganatis there, a couple others where one can come and eat. You got South London over at the back, then again. Then we're going to turn left here. This looks like a Pizza Express, I think it is. I don't know what it is. No, we can't go there, we can't go around. Oh, fair enough. No, it's a Coots. It looks like the same design as Pizza Express. Wondering if I don't have to go up but round. Yeah, I can do. Stay down. I think that's so pants that you can't stay by the river to go all the way around. You have to come out onto the high road. Either way, I get to see again. Look. One of my favourite bridges. So now I don't know if you remember when we started here, yeah, and I mentioned the toilets, we went through this way and it took us all the way behind the dock, a bit tired, which is what I wanted to do anyway. But what I wanted to show you, one of the reasons I came here was to chuck right here, and I'll show you this in a minute. I'm going to go to the toilet first. It was, also it was road, it's not done by motor, so you can see the rear. And emblem. So check this out, the royal barge, where the Queen and the royal family used to, on her 60th anniversary of her reign, she took this barge, which was rowed here by, I don't know how many people, I'm going to have to double check how many people rowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about 20. And you can see the front there, you can see the emblem there. Let me tell you guys. So guys, I'm going to say thank you for coming along on my walk. I'm done on my tour of St. Katharines Dock. I want to say thank you to everyone, no one's participated. I want to say thank you for you guys, everyone, for you guys being a part of this channel. Again, can you like, share and subscribe? And I can do videos like this more often for you guys, and it keeps me healthy and fit and mentally serene. So I'm heading back, and I'll see you on my next walk. Stay blessed. May this also always be with you. Bye bye. Bye.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in